Hoddle left Robbie Savage close to tears after he opened up on the near-fatal cardiac arrest he suffered on his 61st birthday in October. The former England manager revealed he had partly lost memory of what happened when he suffered the heart attack in the BT Sport studios. Hoddle has opened up on his near-fatal heart attack suffered in the BT Sport studios in October last year. The Spurs legend's heart stopped for a minute after he collapsed off-air during a Teqball game with Savage. Hoddle has previously said he believes his heart attack was caused by a heart condition inherited from his father. But thanks to a quick reaction from sound engineer Simon Daniels, and a 9-hour bypass surgery he underwent at St Bartholomew's Hospital, he is now recovering well and is due to come back to punditry for the North London Derby on March 2nd. And in an interview with Savage, who was reduced to tears having watched it back while on air, Hoddle expressed his gratitude for everyone involved in saving his life and revealed he did not remember much of events of the day. Hoddle's interview left Savage misty-eyed after he watched it back while on air. He said, "I'm doing alright, it's been 3 and a bit months. It's been tough. What's the chances of what happened? It was a normal day, I felt fine and traveled into the studio. I remember saying, I'll see you at 5.30, and the rest is a little bit of a blur. I can't remember any of that at all, being on the show. I remember you and Paul Ince walking towards me with a birthday cake. I remember that, and the other thing I remember is the lizard. The reason the lizard came on, I presume because Harry Redknapp was going and I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here." Hoddle says that sound engineer Simon Daniels, pictured, saved his life as he rushed to resuscitate the former England manager with a defibrillator. "I can't remember the Teqball match at all. You didn't beat me, did you?" And when Savage joked that he was leading 2-1, Hoddle added, "I can't believe that. I just thank God I was in the studio at that time with Simon Daniels there and a defibrillator there. I could have been on my own and I wouldn't be sitting here today. What a time to do it as well on your birthday. Some present to myself. It was probably more traumatic to you and the guys on the show because I was out of it. I can't remember the air ambulance, although what a job they do. The whack on the head meant they took me to the London hospital. The X-ray showed I was okay. Over 3 months later, if I tap my head there, it's still quite tender, so it must have been a hell of a blow." Hoddle has already spoken of tremendous support he received from his family during his rehab. And the 61-year-old revealed the first image he recalls from the accident was his son Jamie, 27, holding his hand in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. He also added that, although he was not fully conscious ahead of his surgery, he knew he was lucky to be alive. Hoddle continued, "The only other thing I remember is my son Jamie, who lives in London. He was one of the first to arrive and I remember just squeezing his hand, and seeing him in the ambulance." Hoddle says he does not remember much from the day the accident happened. "Thankfully the doctors put a stent in to keep me going until they found out I needed a quadruple bypass. When you are in hospital and on medication, I wasn't taking everything in, but I knew I was a lucky man. Not just lucky with the synchronization of the timing. There was something going on for quite some time. It could have happened any time, and that hit me big time afterwards. I could have been with my grandchildren, could have been wherever." The hospital staff at St Bart's, they were quite incredible. The Spurs legend says the accident has made him re-evaluate his life. Hoddle also said the accident made him re-evaluate his life and insisted he did not lose his sense of humor, which he claimed had helped him get through this difficult time. He said, "Over the years I said you become a better player when you pack it in and even better when you pass away. I was close to that. Only a few months after my family told me about it, I can only thank people for their good wishes and their prayers. That's been a great part of the healing for me. The recovery has gone really well. I walk a mile, maybe 2 miles every day now. I used to hate walking unless I was chasing that little white ball in golf. Glenn Hoddle speaks to The Sun on Sunday about suffering a heart attack on BT Sports Saturday morning. Savage: "Now I have to keep the heart and lungs going and I enjoy it and my family have been great. One of the things that has got